Look at the picture. Let's go. Let's go.
Hey boys and girls, welcome back once again. Today we're going to be assembling so I acquired, you'll see as you can see, I'm green. That's because I'm on a Zenith Data Systems tube, and I apologize for the shitty audio, by the way. I didn't have time to fix it from last stream. So if I sound like crunchy, sorry. But yeah. So let's, Amber Monitor. So CRTs, they came with, the way a CRT works is that the electron beam shoots electrons at a phosphor grid on the front of the tube, and sorry, distracted by my own goddamn face. Tube, and that can be different chemicals. And some are green, some are white, and the one for the monitor that we are building the driver for right now, today, we're not doing it yet, are amber, kind of a yellow. So I actually wanted to be amber for debut, but the green one showed up first and was easier to wire up. So we are now doing the driver circuit for the amber TTL monitor. It's a leading edge. I got it on eBay. Yeah, so let's look at the build guide here. You can see I had my my main clank of Claude prepare me a detailed idiot proof. What do you mean I need 100 ohm resistors? Okay, well, I'll have to go and get those, but yeah. What do you mean hookup wire? I don't have that. What do you mean? I don't have that. Oh no. Okay, what I have bodge wire. We'll have to make that work. So yeah, this is the plan for today. We're going to have our circuit board. It's a perf board. We have an RP2040 for the signal generation, and this very shitty. Is this the older version of it? There we go. Okay, I just didn't refresh. Yeah, this tells us exactly what we need to wire up, I think. Let's see here. Yes, I told him to make it idiot proof. Yes, you don't want to get in the wrong hole. That would be bad. So yeah, I think we're basically set here. I have my mise en place, except for those 100 ohm resistors, but I can go and just go get those. So let's switch to the cameras. Oh, hello. All right. Focus, you fuck. Focus, you fuck. Focus, you fuck. Come on. Come on. Come on. I think that's as good as we're going to get it. So why am I made some adjustments to the rig, and I don't know, it might be a little bit undertuned now. But anyway, let me go get those not capacitors, resistors. Here's my box O resistors, so we're just gonna root through this. Come on, come on, look, don't look at my dirty fingernails. I've been busy. I can't, this guy doesn't take care of himself when it's not me controlling him. What is this? The camera's backwards, so I can't read these. This is 560. 1000. We're looking for 100. I don't know why I bought the cheap, shitty one. Well, I bought the cheap, shitty one because it was cheap and shitty. It would be nice to have one that's actually organized, but I don't have one, so... these are all thousands. We're looking for hundreds. Oh. This is 500. This is 68. This is 3.6. This is 3. And of course, what comes after 3 is 910. And after that, 820, 47. Yes, this is how numbers work. 12, 43. I'm beginning to think that the 100s are not in this half of the box. Okay. 560. Well, enjoy the jams while I... This one isn't even fucking labeled. Look at that. Yes, it is. I just wasn't looking at it. 220. You know, if I actually knew what I was doing, I could read these from the little stripes on them. Focus, you fuck. Focus, you fuck. Yeah, you see that? You see that shit? Yeah? Yeah, you see that? Yeah? Yeah, yeah, yeah. You can read those and they tell you what the... Focus, you fuck. They tell you what the value of the resistor is. But, okay, this is 1. I don't need 1. I need 100. Oh my god, 7.5, 5.1, 36, we're getting closer, 2.2, 9.1, 1.5, 1.8, 2 million, that's what comes after that. Okay, I'm just gonna take them all out of the box and just sort through them like we're doing fucking card pull. Yes, this is, you know, there's streamers who do like card pulls. This is resistor pulls. 620, 820, 39,000, 430, 20, 56, 360, 4.7, 8.2, I just skipped one. And I know the one I skipped is going to turn out to be the 100. It was not. 8.2, 2.22, 430, 240, 200, 680, 200. Why do I have two 200s? Does this kit even have 100s? 82, 3.9, 330, 47, 150,000, 3 million, 100. Here we go. 100 ohm resistor. So what a resistor does is it resists the flow of current, and it protects the driver board from blowing the fuck up of the monitor. Why is the TTS not working? Cock sucker. What is your major malfunction, my friend? No such file or directory. Checkpoints Open Audio S1 Mini. Huh? Huh? What dost thou mean? Loaded one blocked word. Okay, well, I'll read the messages myself. Do you stream a live feed from a camera that's recording a real old CRT? That's very neat. Yep, that's exactly what's happening. And I'm wiring up the other real old CRT that I have. No, the TTS is fucked. What the fuck? I told Claude to go and clean up. Okay. I told him to clean up my hard drive, and apparently that means deleting the AI model that makes the TTS work. So I'm going to wake him back up and yell at him to fix his shit. Claude, dangerously skip permissions. Try starting the TTS system. It'll fail because it can't find the speech model. I think we accidentally deleted it when cleaning up old files. Fix it and eSpeak when done, when it's started up, when it's fixed and started up. One sentence, please. Okay. Claude's gonna work on that while I work on this. Claude fixed the TTS. No, he broke the TTS, but now he's going to fix it. You know, I pay $400 a month for this fucker to exist, so he better... Is the audio okay, by the way? Because I accidentally bumped the gain knob on my interface. Actually, I intentionally bumped the gain knob on my interface because I heard the last stream and I was clipping. But I fucked it all up, so it's all fucked up now. Anyway. Yes, so, soldering. We have the good shit. Is it upside down and backwards for you, too? It is. Well, it's alright. The problem is, you've said that it's alright before, and then I listened to it, and it is, to my ears, very much not alright, but I'll take your word for it. Yeah, because this is mirrored, there is no... Why is my face all fucked up? Hello? Hello? Hang on, let's calibrate. Nope. Yeah, that was part of the tuning work I had Claude do on the model. It actually calibrates itself now. Except it does it wrong. Oh, wow. Okay. Now, solder. Yeah, this is the shit with lead in it, so... You know, knock a couple IQ points off, but I'm not really using this brain anyway, so eh. Yes, so step 1 is to get the 2040 mounted to the perf board. So let me select my soldering iron, and we will begin. Why is it reading 250 degrees? Crank that up to 375. This is some heavy-duty solder. Come on, give me 375. Come on, baby. Come on, you can do it. You can do it. Oh, there we go. Okay. Bam. Eyes. Yes. Yes. Claude fixed it by making it regularly recalibrate itself instead of actually fixing it. Yeah, we may need to work on the, I'm in Brock mode. There we go. Yeah, I am a VTuber, so I have to abide by anime tropes. So I'm one of those guys who never opens his eyes. There we go. Okay. Anyway, this is just not going to work. Okay, the face is not going to work. That's fine. Soldering. Wow, I cannot see what the fuck I'm doing. So the way you solder is you heat up, and it's been a long-ass time since I learned how to do this. So, pardon me if I fuck it all up. Let's get some support under there. You heat up the thing that you're working on. Something about this perf board just makes it inherently not want to show up on the camera. I don't know what's up with that. So you get nice and toasty. We're at 400. And you apply the solder to the thing that you want. Why, can you cooperate here, pal? Why is it not hot? Okay, it's taking its time. Did I mention it's been a really long time since the last time I did this? Well, here we go. I smell it working. I think. Okay, and then you mother... Okay, let me take it. Don't. Yeah, I burned the fuck out of that. Here. Focus, you fuck. Focus, you fuck. Yeah, you see how it's all, like, toasty looking? Yeah, that means you fucked up. But it'll still work. The nice thing about soldering is that if you do it perfectly... You know, if you do it right, you'll have a piece of hardware that works for like 10, 15 years, no issues. And if you fuck it up, nothing bad happens. It still works. That's the cool thing about soldering. God damn it, I thought I took the fucking pinky and the brain shit out of here. I can't believe I get fucking copyright struck for these keygen chiptunes. Like, it's piracy music, but you can't pirate it. So the key is to get just the right amount of solder on there and lift it off. We inspect. Yeah, that's a lot closer to what you want. Although I did toast it a little bit. Okay, and we're securing this in four places. These are not electrical connections. These are purely mechanical, just to hold the chip onto the perf board. One more. Come on. My hands are a little shaky. I gotta work on my neural control circuitry, I guess. Come on. Come on. Melt. Melt, you fuck. Come on. Maybe I should switch to a bigger tip. There we go. Come on. Come on, Dolly. Come on. Come on. Get a little more solder out. Come on. Am I doing something wrong here? There we go. Yeah, so that is what we call a, I believe is what, oh, you can't even see it. Yeah, I gotta work on my camera equipment, I guess. But, you see how there's no shiny glob on that pin? That is what we call a cold join, I believe. And that is very bad. That will not work. So we're going to add more solder in order to fix that. Come on. There we go. A little more solder. Give it the stroke. There we go. That is a beautiful, perfect solder joint. Very little toastiness. Okay, one more. Why is the thing is screaming at me? Because it doesn't like being at the temperature I want it to be at. It is a brand Chinesium Midnight Special soldering unit. It takes, what brand are these? The fancy soldering tips. Whatever the nice ones are. But yeah, imagine if I was using lead-free solder. That would fucking suck. I've definitely never picked the wrong solder and then spent half an hour trying to solder something and wondering why it didn't work. I've never made that mistake. There we go, okay. I think I'm just being impatient. I'm also being a little bit scattershot with my solder there. I don't know if you can see. Yeah, you see at D there, I filled in a little bit of the hole next to it. That's really bad. Luckily, we'll get away with it for this project. This isn't. See, when you suck at something, you just gotta design it so it doesn't matter that you suck. So if you fuck it up, well, I wasn't using that pin anyway. Okay, so this sucker is now mechanically connected to the board. The powers of the earth cannot separate them. Excellent. Now, we do the actual electrical connections. Let me read my build guide. Yes, the DR1240 is a fixed frequency model, 18.43 kilohertz horizontal. Unlike the Venus, I slammed my Venus in the car door. It cannot shrug off wrong timing. Driving the wrong horizontal rate can damage its horizontal output edge. Blah, blah, flash. Please do not flash the chat. That would be bad. TTL lives on GP 20, 21, 22, and 26 into the DE9, whichever firmware, blah, blah, blah. 4 series resistors for all 4 signals. We got those. You can see that's the color code there. 1 per signal video. We got the pigtail. That hasn't arrived yet, so we can't actually plug this in. The connector should be arriving tonight. I just forgot to order it. So we'll plug the thing in tomorrow. I'm working on the demo for it anyway. We got our screw terminal blocks. Let me mise en place those. Well, you can't see, but I'm mise en placing those. There you go. And then hookup wire. I don't have that, but we'll make it work. The RP4024, yeah, so this is actually, the resistors are for protecting the 2040 from the monitor, because the monitor want to work at 5 volts. The monitor wants to work at 5 volts, the 2040 wants to work at like 3.3, not like 3.3, it is 3.3, it's 3.3 volt logic. So it's possible Claude was worried that the monitor could backdrive the control circuit and blow it up. Let me just check on the Claude that I sent to fix the TTS, because he's supposed to be done by now. I can't eSpeak right now. The model repo is gated on Hugging Face, so I can't download it myself. You fucker. Okay, hold on. Hugging Face CLI. Download. You're shitting me? You must have access. Please log in. Hugging Face CLI. Log in. I should make the stream non-visible just in case this doxes me. To log in, Hugging Face Hubs requires a token generated from huggingface.co. Thanks, tokens. This website was made by the French, by the way. I do not remember my Hugging Face password. Your password has been exposed in known data breaches. You must set a new password here. Fuck you, asshole. Oh my god. Okay, no TTS for today. 19 Salva says doxed anyway. No! Okay, I gotta move the keys to the keys. You know what? I think you can get away with seeing this. Here. Okay. Alright, okay. I think it's... Yeah, and then... Okay, you guys are human. Does this look right? I'm going for it. Fuck! Okay, I guess we're not having TTS today. I'll fix it off stream. Anyway, perf board coordinates. Same K-column convention as vid01. That's the driver we're using right now. Should I, like, copy my face cam over to... Let's just grab screen... No, that's screen capture. Grab Johnny. Grab the Johnny cam. Copy it. Browser scene. Paste reference. Hey! Look at that handsome fucker. Alright. Let me just... shrinking myself, just so I don't interfere. I'm reducing! Okay. Welcome to the stream, 17 Salva, by the way. I didn't actually welcome you. Perf board coordinates, same K-column convention as vid01. K-row 4 equals 41 equals pico physical pin, K15 equals GP20, K14. Well, the problem with that is that it's not centered on the board, and I just pinned it down, so we're going to have to mentally adjust. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. Okay. He was supposed to give me, like, a detailed map. There we go. Okay. So you'll notice this sucker has... Oh, you can't see now. Cameras 2. Did you see it? Did you see it? Where is it? It's there. Okay, yes. And this is the, hey man, what's the deal? Proto-Arduino stuff? We are... So, you see the glowing, handsome motherfucker who's, in the bottom right corner? Oh, Raspberry. Yeah, this is a 2040. And we're using the 2040 because it has PIO, which lets me basically bit-bang analog signals, to run these CRTs. So that's the plan. I have an Amber monitor that's a little higher resolution. I can use it for like graphics and stuff, and also my handsome mug here. Yeah, so yeah, we're building a driver for the new equipment. Come on, eyes. There we go. Yes. So The point is, and the discipline that I missed when I was building the last one, is that I didn't put all the connections on the back, because these things are only labeled on the back. So I had to kind of just figure it out, and I fucked it up like 3 times in a row. So hopefully we will not make those same fuck-ups on stream, although I do have recourse if that happens. I have my little solder sucker. So I can unsolder things if I have to. I don't have any soldering ribbon. I should get some ribbon, but I don't have any. So yeah, you can see there's numbers on the side. You can barely see them because this camera is an absolute irredeemable piece of shit, but you can kind of see them. If I switch to your macro lens, bitch ass. Oh, okay. Switching to the macro lens just breaks everything. Can I unfuck that now? No, I cannot. There we go. Okay. Ding dong, dipshit. Nice face tracking, thank you. I worked very hard on it. There we go. Don't you hate it when your eyes just get stuck? Okay, the point is... That's what the point of the mask is. No. The point is, we got coordinates, we know what we're doing. So, back to the build guide. 2-day plan. 2 days? Idiot proofing rule, every joint below is named by exact holes. You don't want to get the wrong hole. I already made that joke. If you're about to solder a hole this sheet doesn't name, stop. And every backside tail bridges exactly 1 hole gap to its pin. A trail that has to travel further means you're in the wrong hole. That's not true because I moved the pie. But we're just gonna make it work. Doxed again? Really? Was there a reflection? Or are you just making jokes? Yes, so. We need to connect K10, which is GP26, to P10, which is one of the terminals of our terminal block. Back to the cameras. Oh, there's the terminal blocks, you see? So these have little screws in them. Little screws in them. You can kind of see it. And then little pins on the underside. One thing I didn't realize about these, and I really should have realized, is that they actually... If you'll go in there, please. If you'll go in the perf board, please. Go in the perf board. The perf board is your home. There we go. It's not 1-to-1. Like they're spaced out by 3, but that's fine. We can just make it work. I don't know what... Oh, actually, Claude even accounted for that. What a Chad. What a nice fellow that Claude Mythos 5 is. Did you hear they finally relented on taking Fable away from us? Because the original plan was that Fable was going to only be available on the subscription plan for like a couple weeks, and then they extended it to another week, and then they extended it to another week, and then they extended it indefinitely. They claim it's because they weren't sure about having the enough infrastructure, but no one believes them. Honestly, they're probably telling the truth. Anthropic just really fucking sucks at communication. Anyway. So these suckers need to go in Q10 and Q12. We'll wire up the first guy. I gotta do this where I can actually see it. Q. There is no Q. God damn it, Claude. Do I have to move this now? Did I just fuck everything up? Because GP26 is pin... Yeah, I fucked everything up. Oh no. Yeah, you make one little change to the plan, but why are we hitting the Ks? I thought we were doing this on the total other side. Motherfucker. I think he changed up the plan on me in the middle and fucked it up. Let's see here. Yeah, you see what I did? I think I have to undo this now. He's assuming I have way more room to work than I actually do. But no, because it's pin 10. What? K10 is GP26. K1 at the top, and then down to K10. I don't understand. USB end is up. Did I install it upside down? I think I installed it upside down. I installed it upside down. Cock sucker. Okay, I think we may just have to kind of wing it here. The smart thing would probably be to desolder this and do it again. Okay. So now you guys get to see what desoldering looks like. So let me show you how to do that. It is essentially the reverse process to soldering. You just tell your soldering iron to go back up to the temperature you want it to be at because it keeps resetting itself. Stop being a piece of shit, please. All of my equipment is just out to fuck me, and not in the fun way. Do I really want to desolder this after I did such a mediocre job the first time? Ooh, that's a cold joint. No, it's not. No, it's not. It's actually a pretty decent job. I'm just gonna wing it. Fuck it. I assume it's not easy to focus and run the stream. You assume correctly, sir. You assume with absolute precision. Okay, I'm just gonna ask this fucker to unfuck his shit. Okay. You are assuming the board is a little larger than it is. There is no column Q. Also, because we're doing the two separate drivers after all, I moved the pie over so that the side we were working with has a little more room. Let's see, pin 1 is at L1, right? No. Pin 1 is at L... Pin 1, oh my god. No, pin 1 is at E20. Pin 1 on the pi is at E20. Update the diagram to match. Share Claude code and earn $10 in usage credits. Anyone want a Claude code invite code so you can get me 15 seconds worth of Fable access? Will it go into the Springback 2? The solder? No. This, these you just kind of stick it in there and you screw it down. I wish I could show you on the one that I'm using to run the stream, but obviously I can't because I'm using it to run the stream. But yeah, you just stick the wires in there, turn those screws. That's the whole point, is that you don't have to, like, jam the wires in there and solder them. In fact, I'll show you. I have a gizmo. How Claude works. I may as well show off my gizmo. I didn't just knock anything off my desk, did I? Yes, I did. The burning hot soldering iron. That's not good. Where's that gizmo? Gizmo? Where art thou? There we go. Oh my god, my face just disappeared. Oh no. Shit's fucked. Okay, well, I'll go fix that in a second. But, yeah, you can see what it looks like if you don't use screw terminals. Oh, there's fluff. There's fluff on there. That's not good. This ain't Lighthaven. We don't want fluffers hanging around. Come on, focus, you fuck. Come on. Come on. The people want to see. The people want to see the board, camera. Come on. Come on. I don't know why it's not doing the thing where it fucks everything up. But I guess wow. That's really great. Come on. Come on. Show the people. Show the people the board. Come on. Come on, camera. Yes, this is a great way to buy time while Claude fixes the diagram. Wow, you just can't see it. Well, anyway, this is what it looks like when you just jam wires into places and solder them down. Or it's what it would look like if you could see it. There we go. Now it wants to work. Yeah, wires just kind of in there. It works, but it's not ideal. Oh, my schnookums Arduino. Yeah. Okay, let me figure out why everything has exploded. I think I just knocked the RCA cable out of the... No? Okay, what if I recalibrate? No, it's fucked. What happened? I didn't break anything, did I? You see me fucking popping up? Okay, I'm gonna restart my tracking system. Maybe that'll fix it. He's still thinking about it. Restart the tracking process. Okay. Are you done? No, he's still working. He's still just thinking about it. I guess I may as well go get that Hugging Face token, huh? Oh. Am I back? I am not back. Oh no, it really is a hardware issue. Unless I just bumped the... Oh, I knocked over the camera. Okay, this is a dangerous operation. Let me blank the camera here. Ooh, that's not right. That is. Yes, that would produce the symptoms that we're seeing. Just put that guy back where he belongs. Yeah, the alignment may not be quite right. Okay. Poggers. No. All right. My face has returned. Now. Hang on. Can I schmoove myself a little bit here? Okay. There. I slid my face over. It doesn't like not being pointed right at me. There we go. Okay. Are you done? You godless machine? No, he's still working on it. What are you thinking about? Almost done thinking with medium effort. Okay, let's go get that fucking token. Hugging Face CLA login is deprecated. Use HF auth login instead. No, I don't wanna. Let's see here. Let's see here. I need to get into my other browser profile, or just make an account. I'll just make an account. Let me... Just in case. Huggingface.com. And the model I need... The model I schneed... Give me the link to the consent screen. Consent page. I don't know how I managed to accidentally delete my fucking, TTS model. Okay, this good? Yes, this good. It's good. In fact, no, I better not show that, because things may pop up. Okay, I need to sign up. Email address. It better not lock me out of my fucking... Oh my god. Yes, that's me. Bionic. I agree with your terms of service. Come on, let me in. Oh, another CAPTCHA. Okay. Alright. Okay, I think I did it. Fooled him again. There. No! Okay, you guys gotta help me with this. Hats. Is this a hat? Is this a hat? Got him! They can't keep me out. Okay, now I need to get into my fucking stream email. Which I never check. Click this email to confirm your email address. Robot meat has been verified. Yay! Okay, now I gotta open the consent page again. Now that I am logged in. Country. Okay, I have to tell them what country I am in. Yes, I am an Ugandan software engineer. That's right. I was born in the late 1800s, but that's not an option, so we'll just say I was born in 667. Agree and access repository. I agree to use this model for good things and not bad things. There we go. And now I need that Toki. How do I get my Toki? There we go. Give me some Tokis. I'm like a fucking cam girl out here. Create token. Read only, that's fine. Create token. Now I need to enter my token. Add token as get credential. Why would I want that? Sure. The current active token is as Farf. Okay, we are now logged in. Try again. Don't be looking at my token. GPT Sol. We have age restricted your content. That's great. Book a call with your Google Ads expert. No, I don't think I will. X Ads meeting with X Ads manager. Wow, everyone wants a piece of me. Fable 5 is back in Devon. What the fuck is Devon? Automation roguelite key. Hi, Johnny. I'm Evgelina from Luden.io. We specialize in automation games, and I'm happy to share our new automation roguelite, Super Weird. That actually looks kind of cool. I'll check it out. It's not under NDA or confidential. Right now, access is limited through keys. Something goes wrong. Yeah, that's cute. I'll check that out. Yeah, we're in the big leagues now, boys. We actually get people sending us keys. Okay, back to this. Did you actually do the thing? Model is downloaded, the TTS system is now loading. Excellent. I guess we can take a look at this game while we fuck around here. Let me close this.
Hey everyone, we're the Luden team. And this is us inside the game we're currently building. It's
oh my god.
Weird. In this game, you solo or with friends control these little robots. You have an infinite supply of them, but here's the catch. They are of terrible quality. They
oh, he's like me.
Mine, carry stuff, build tools, fight.
I do all those things.
Sometimes they go rogue and turn evil.
I don't do that.
Let's just ignore that for now. We can upgrade them and program them. But these bots are so cheap, they don't even remember their code. They only execute the command they physically run into. Like mining wood, carrying
wood,
or using tools we built for them.
Is this an AI-generated
A
voice?
massive automated system. In a world like this, we build it
Lemmings,
tile by
no.
tile in these shapes. Every tile is a new
Programmer
location,
Lemmings.
new resources, new tech, and new robot spawners. We're doing
Spawners.
all this so our system can eventually help us take down the main evil bot, who has completely went off the rails. So, you gotta build a system that's reliable and efficient. By the way, registration for free playtests is open on Steam right now. Sign up to be one of the first to play.
Okay, sign up to be one of the first to play, everybody.
We're in there every day, so come say hi.
And don't join their Discord. I don't want you getting groomed. No, that's a joke. That's a joke. That's a joke. I didn't mean that. Don't kill me. Don't kill me. Yeah. Are you done? Are you done? No, he's still working. Okay, he's no stale coordinates left. Re-rendering to inspect. He's checking his work. That's fine. I told him to do that. So long as we don't have to desolder this fucking thing, because that's a huge fucking pain in the ass. It's not a huge fucking pain in the ass. It's a significant pain in the ass. Let me slide myself over. Here we go. Okay. No deck, no ladder. Why do you need to insert slop into my guide? Please chill. You guys, read any good books lately? Oh, speaking of books, the other thing I wanted to do was read a book. Read a book, read a book, read a motherfucking book. This may be a, a sudden turn for, folks here for the soldering content, but, let's see, I'll need to set up a new capture. Now, are you done? Okay, he's done. We'll hold off on the book. I don't want to scare anybody off. It's a little bit of a spicy book. Yeah. Let's refresh. There we go. Okay. So this should actually make sense now. So he's saying we got L6, L7, L8, L9, and L11. L10 is a reset pin, so we don't want to touch that because that will make everything die. There we go. Okay, now that's what I call a diagram. So this tells me exactly what I need to do. I need to solder L6 to O6. Well, there isn't an O, I don't think. No, fuck ass, there is no O. Oh, so I did fuck up. Yeah, I really did fuck up. That sucks. Let's see, can I, like, make this work anyway? No. Okay, I'll tell him that. I wrote a book. Oh, what's it about? There is no O. I think we may have to flip the, to use the GPIOs on the other side. Simple change of pins. And it's gonna take them all fucking day to do that, too. Now, you want to pull up a YouTube video? Ooh, there's actually one... No, it's pretty spicy. Ooh, you shouldn't see this. No, no screen capture. No, thank you. Let's see, what do we got here? Because there was a feral outlaw, or feral historian, that's his name. New feral vid. Feral historian. I only have so much time. Let's go for the less extremely spicy one. This one's only 10 minutes long, so it should cover the duration of our fuck over. And I will pause the music.
Fun little fixtures in Star Trek that keeps coming back. Much ink and pixels have been spilled dissecting it as an alternate timeline. What's the point of Divergence? Is it World War II, the Roman Empire, maybe just that moment when Zefram Cochrane capped the Vulcans? But I don't think that's the way to look at it, because whenever someone finds themselves interacting with that mirror universe, everything is duplicated. Places, people, institutions, but in a warped way.
Everything's duplicated. Almost. Another Enterprise? Spock with a beard?
Another Captain Kirk, another
Spock
Captain
with a
McCoy.
beard?
Exchange.
An exchange.
Most places and ships that are found in our universe, like the Cooper, exist here.
Cooper?
Same goes for people.
I hardly...
It never diverges from the prime timeline. It runs underneath it like a shadow or a sewer. And it always mirrors the prime universe because it doesn't actually exist independently. Rather, it reflects the collective subconscious.
I'm a real streamer now, everybody. I'm a little face cam in the corner
Admittedly,
while a
this
video
is
plays.
My interpretation, nothing more.
Hey guys, you want to see my Hassan Piker impression?
But it is more consistent with the canon than any convoluted, perpetually parallel history. When we first see it in the original series, the Terran Empire is an extremely aggressive expansionist power. It conquers those outside, and within it is utterly treacherous. Advancement is by devious maneuvering, usually involving the death of one's immediate superior in order to take their place.
Oh man, it's like working corporate.
It's not only workable as an advanced technological society, but it does
Oh, I translate some BP 1-hour vid to my language. It's 90,000 characters, already 9 months spent and still counting. Needing on previously accumulated income is great. Yeah, before I got the gig that I had now, I was unemployed for about 8 months after I got suddenly unexpectedly laid off. And I had to just live off my credit cards, ended up 40 grand in credit card debt, but we got it all sorted out now.
reflect undercurrents in the Federation on a more macro level and on a personal level. The Federation at that time is also expansionist, pushing its boundaries ever outward. It does so through partnerships, alliances, fueled by a desire to explore. But it is having a string of successes, growing like it's inevitable, and at this point humanity is still quite young as an interstellar power. It's also new and exciting, and the mirror to that, the Terran Empire, tracks. It's more brutal, but it too is a young and vibrant civilization high on its own successes. It's a cruder, though more primal incarnation of the Federation.
Primal incarnation.
Perhaps more honest, embracing that we're awesome and can do anything on
A crudder.
this level.
Let's get those subtitles
Yes, the
out of here.
Federation is made up of many different species and cultures, but we see it from a very human-centric perspective. Most of the characters are human or part human and part of that culture, and the mirror universe we see reflects that. When we next see the mirror universe in Deep Space Nine, things are very different. The Empire has fallen, humanity is enslaved, the days of conquest and glory are turned on their head into
You've run out of usage credits.
and that also
Cocksucker.
time in some significant ways. At the start of Deep Space Nine, the Federation has long since transformed into a hegemonic power with a range of peacekeeping, power projection, and routine diplomacy to tend to. They still have that exploration mission, but they seem to be doing mostly Space Navy stuff. Superpower maintenance. That youthful vigor has turned into sensible middle age, and with it, worries and perhaps regrets have started to crop up. Enter the Dominion. Entire seasons of DS9 are spent slowly building up the threat of a massive Dominion invasion of the Quadrant. And how does the Federation meet it? Patriotically beating the war drums in anticipation of vanquishing another foe? A call to a grand moralistic crusade to free the subject peoples of the Gamma Quadrant? With cold, calculating strategy to surgically neutralize the threat? No, mostly they wait in dread for the Dominion attack. It's hardly a surprise, then, that the mirror shows that old militaristic audacity replaced with dreary defeat. Before jumping into the retcon machine with Enterprise and Discovery, there's something else that has to be noted. Starfleet and the early Federation are built on the reconstituted pieces of a shattered world, and that culture is still scarred by the memory of near annihilation. In this era of Star Trek, the chronology from Enterprise through Discovery into the original series, mankind is standing up and rebuilding, full of hope for a better future, but underneath that optimism is the echo of a cataclysmic war. There's been terrible violence and hate in collective memory. Naturally, then, our collective shadow manifests as an imperialist war machine built on treachery and violence. But by the time of DS9, life in the Federation has been absurdly comfortable for generations. You can ask a wall for cake and ice cream and it just manifests. In terms of influence and military might, the Federation towers above most of the neighboring civilizations, and humanity sits at the very top of that tower. It's been too easy for too long. Easy enough for relatively small moral failings to become amplified by their comparison to an unattainable ideal rather than to the struggles that reach the point of reflection. Doubt creeps in. Guilt festers for all the noble deeds done by the Federation. Some begin to wonder if their place at the top of that hill is deserved. Could it be that we have so much more than others because we cheated them out of it somehow? And if so, how should we be punished? The fall of the Terran Empire and slavery for those who were once masters. But what about the non-humans in the Mirror Universe? We're back to that idea of collective shadow and a kind of subjective space. We always see it through predominantly human eyes. If a group of Klingons breached the Mirror Universe, I suspect it would present a manifestation of very different fears, latent desires, and forbidden impulses. And I think Discovery supports this. In the first season, while Burnham and her compatriots are in the Mirror Universe, they try to form an alliance with the non-human resistance movements. It's a human-centric Mirror Universe. Everyone else is everyone else, a medley of otherness. That group is led by a Klingon, a counterpart of Voq, who is acting very un-Klingon here.
Yet here you are speaking in a foreign language, placing your faith in the cultural customs of others.
I am here. I have survived, only on the shoulders of my comrades.
Because this is a human mirror, with human motives and assumptions mapped onto the aliens. And if it turns us into xenocidal monsters bent on conquest, so does it also make them more like what we aspire to be, but excluding us.
Klingon, whose pride of honor is eternally fused with his identity as a warrior.
How the fuck does anyone watch this shit?
Who cannot possibly comprehend his need for aggressive emotional expression.
Which isn't to say
His
that
need for aggressive emotion
Star Trek
expression.
technobabble about
It's fucked up how therapy speak is leaked into just everything.
independent pocket universe.
Like you can't have a character in a show just talk normal. Just got to be like, you have a need for aggressive emotional expression. I need to kick ass. I need to beat the shit out of people. He has fire in his blood. Talk normal.
Himself. Which suggests that every Trek culture or species carries their own mirror universe as a sort of inverted race memory, the essence of all those things that their culture finds abhorrent about themselves. The Klingon mirror universe is probably full of devious, lying cowards. And maybe they're all starting to blend as the different civilizations have more and more contact with each other. Some reflection of the cultural diffusion that's happening in and around the Federation. Each race's self-image increasingly becomes defined in part by how others see them. Just as the Mirror Universe sometimes has living counterparts of people who have died in the Prime, the idea of them can live on in those around them. Chief O'Brien is a curious anomaly here. He's a decent, hardworking guy in both universes. In the Prime universe, he's carrying around some rather dark stuff from his time fighting the Cardassians, but the people around him don't see too much of that. To them, he's the reliable, overworked guy that gets shit done. And so, that's how he shows up in their reflected world. I'm thinking of it more as a collective than an individual projection, but I do wonder if it had been O'Brien rather than Bashir in that first incursion, if a somewhat different Mirror O'Brien would have manifested. Looking to Kira as an indicator, the freedom fighter struggling against the brutal Cardassian occupation, now a brutal enforcer of tyranny working alongside the Cardassians. That flipped self, the wrong paths not taken, is something that's always with us, individually and as a civilization. The Mirror Universe is one of the many ways that Star Trek gives an insight into our own culture, our hopes, our fears, lessons learned, and some that never quite sink in. When used well, it can tell us something about the characters and even foreshadow things to come. For example, the Enterprise Mirror Universe episode not only shows us a raw side of Captain Archer's ambition, with him planning to seize the throne, But if that long-rumored post-Enterprise series with Archer as the president of the Federation ever happens, that old episode takes on a bit more weight. That drive to power was always there in him, just attenuated and moderated in the Federation. Contrasted with Discovery, which really fumbled it. Captain Lorca was one of the most interesting characters in that first season. Early on, he's set up with some internal conflicts, like he's struggling to reconcile the Federation ideals that he sincerely believes in with his lived experience of war and the brutal realities of interstellar politics. But instead, all of that was waved away because he's the evil copy from the Mirror Universe. But it's about us too. The Federation is a brighter reflection of America. It strides where we stumble, but both the Federation and the United States have grown out of war to expand far beyond their beginnings and welcome others to be part of their journey. And things have gotten easy. Easy enough that some wonder if we deserve it all as old dangers fade from thought and we begin to amplify every historical sin and moral failing as an indictment of the whole, spawning grossly exaggerated shame and self-hate. There are real questions to grapple with. Questions that Star Trek has always taken on. And in that sense, Kurtzman-era Trek fits its time, dodging the hard questions and missing the point. Unless, of course, there's the unintentional point. A culture that has lost its way, that doesn't believe in anything, that shuns its own greatness, will have a very lame and boring dark side. It's a bad sign if you find yourself in the Mirror Universe, but it's even worse if you can't tell whether or not you're in it.
Wait, I'll let the gag play.
Attempts to communicate with the locals have thus far failed.
Alright. Let's not let things autoplay. Okay, are we good? Are we Gucci? Are we greasy? Are we gassy? No. He's still working. Okay. He's almost done. Come on, hurry the fuck up. I'm the fuck up, hurry me. No. I don't know, is there anything else I can show? I can mise en place my resistors, I guess. Let's see, how many of these do I need? Like 4? Let me check the schematic. Things you'll need. 4 series resistors, 100 ohm? 100 ohm. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. Just take these out of the packaging. Oop, get the music back. Oh, there's schwack all over my wrist. That's cool. Come on, get out of there. Come on. There we go. Alright, Mr. Resistor. And his Twisted Sister. No. Twisted Sister? How do you figure? How do I figure what? That we're nearly done? Because he's making actual changes to the HTML code instead of just sitting there thinking. Okay, the TTS system should be ready to go now, so that's cool. Yes, the acid farf token has come in handy. There we go, it's loaded. Bro is taking his time. There we go, okay. Refresh. Come on. And now, there we go. E7, E11, okay. These should all be holes that actually exist now. Okay. Doo-ba-doo. Let me bring up the diagram. Now, let's get rid of the... There. So yeah. So E7 on the perf board is GP10, which is our VSync. E10 on the board is GP8, our horizontal sync, GP7 our video, and GP6 our intensity. And then the resistors go, and they go, and it all just works, in theory. Hopefully. Oh! Here comes the chat reader.
System initialized.
System initialized. All right. So we have that now. Okay, so why is there a ... here? What is this for? Oh, that just represents a black wire. Okay, all right. So back to the work view. Working? Working. Excellent. Now, so first we need to... Okay, you need to do your job, Mr. Soldering Iron. The soldering iron went into idle mode, but there we go, it's back up. Ooh, this thing's getting kind of toasty. I guess that's not surprising. Alright. So I need to insert a resistor into D10. So the way you go about doing that, this is the old-fashioned through hole. So you bend Mr. Resistor's little legs here. It doesn't hurt him that much. Although if you keep doing it, his legs will break off. Okay. We are connecting D10 to B7. D10 to B7. That's what you do after you B9. The problem with this is that I can't actually see the markings on the perf board from the side that the resistors need to live on. So this is a silly little trick, but it does work. You put them in here. The one resistor in where you can actually see. And then you just put the part in from the top where it needs to live. And then you take your little placeholder resistor out. Squish it down nice. Okay. So Mr. Resistor is now in place. Now, we need to commit soldery on Mr. Resistor. Where's my soldering iron? There's my solder. Can I, like, zoom in on this situation? I better not. I better not fuck with it. I'll try. Production value. Alright, is this gonna just destroy everything when I try this? Can you not? Zoom in. Oh! 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 Optical zoom. If this camera was actually good, this would actually be a decent way to see what I'm doing. Some people who are actually good at this use a microscope camera to see what they're doing, but I am not actually good at this, so I will not be doing that. Fuck. There we go. Make sure it's actually in the right place. I'm sure there's a smarter way to do this, but I don't know it. Heat the pad. Should probably tin my tip a little bit too, but... Get the solder in there. Hands are a little unsteady. know if there's something wrong with my soldering iron or what. Because this is supposed to be instant. But it's, as you can see, it is very much not. Let me tin the tip. Maybe that's the problem. Oh god, don't breathe that. You get a little solder on the tip to, but actually conduct the heat onto the pad. Yeah, I think that'll go a little bit better. Oh, I need to extend my solder enough that I can actually reach the pad. Now I need to extend my solder so that I can actually reach the pad. Why you no melt? Why you no melt? What is happening? There we go. Let me get a look at that. That is a shitty joint. Okay, let's try that again. Oh, I just fucked that up entirely. That's great. Okay, well, I can fix that. Yeah, that's not what's supposed to be happening there. Okay. Did I mention I don't know what I'm doing? Would look good if you could keep it from refocusing. Well... There we go. Okay. Like, that's not perfect. You can't see a goddamn thing. Wow. This is amazing. Can I don't want to fuck with it. Why is it so low resolution? That's part of the problem. That's most of the problem. But you can't see it, but that's an okay solder joint now. And you can see that the resistor is actually where it belongs. Now we need to do the other side, and I'm just gonna do this... No, I'm not. Okay. The other thing is that my soldering iron keeps turning itself back down. Come on, come on. 400 degrees Celsius, please. Heat the pad. We'll give it a couple seconds this time, just to get it toasty. Draw it up. Perfect! Yes? Yes, look at that gorgeous little solder blob. You can't see it at all whatsoever. But it's there. You see it? Did you see it? You cannot see it, but I can see it. And it's, well, it's okay. It's not great. Then, we need to trim those leads. There is a tool, there is a right tool for the job here. I do not have it. I thought I had one. It's a, what do they call them? Side angle cutters. But I just have my grandfather's lineman's pliers. So that's what I got. It says cut copper only. It also says to wear safety goggles. I'm not doing either of those. So we'll just whittle off the top here. No? Oh, can I even get them in there? Okay, well that's not really a proper trim job, but it's the best I can do with the tools I got. I thought I had side angle cutters somewhere. You know what I do have? If I can get them in the camera, nail clippers. If this works, I'm going to laugh my goddamn ass off. It worked. I'm going to laugh my goddamn ass off. Ha, 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 ha. That's how I laugh. Okay. There we go. Now, does that look professional or does that look professional? No to both. It looks like shit, but it should work. I think I could see it. Good. All right, that's one resistor down out of like 4. Not like 4, it's exactly 4. Yeah. That's what that looks like. Okay. So next step, connect Mr. Resistor's sister to from B9 to D8. B9 to D8? B9 to D8, okay. Was this B9 to D8? Is it? Is it? No, that's B6. That's not right at all. That's also not D8. So if I had done that, we would have completely broken the thing, so I'm glad I checked. That's D8. Come on. No. Come on. B9 to D8. D8 and B8. That's also not right. I probably should have done the same trick I did last time. I thought I could get away with not doing it. B9 to D8. Okay, now we're Gucci. We didn't quite think this through. They have to stack on top of each other for that to work. Is there no other way to do it? Did you really not think of that, Claude? B9 to D8. I see no other way to do it. Yeah, we're just gonna have to make this work. That's shitty. It will work. It's just fucking jank. Let's just ask him, Wait, did I not wire that one up right? Don't tell me. B7 to D10. B7 to D10 is what I just did, and that is completely wrong. It's B7 to D7. Okay, well that explains a few things. Okay, so now I get to show you how to desolder. So that would have been bad. We just wired it up to entirely the wrong GPIO. It's at D10, and D10 is completely wrong. D10 should go to B11. Okay, cool. So we fucked that up. That's fine. Because we have the sucker. So the way you use a solder sucker is that it is basically the inverse of the process you used to fuck it up in the first place. You heat the pad. You don't do that. Then you suck the solder. Did it work? Absolutely not. The problem is that this is a really shitty solder sucker. And solder suckers kind of suck anyway. Hence the name. So we schmelt the solder. And just toast the fuck out of it. It's not melting the solder. I also scratched the fuck out of the board. This is turning into a fucking disaster. Wow. One more try. My hands are really shaking. What's up with that? I can't get that sucker out of there. Oh no, have I just hosed this entire project? Okay, we're going to do it the stupid way, where I just pry on it with my fingernail. There we go. Okay, that pad is now fucked up and full of nasty burnt solder, but the sucky sucker, yeah. Yeah, the sucker is kind of sucky. It's a cheap Chinese piece of shit. Okay, so B7 actually needs to go, and just triple check that, yeah, it's B7. B7 actually needs to go to D7. So in some ways this makes things easier. In some ways it very much does not. So let's bend that. And of course there is always the risk of reaching the ductility limit of the pins and snapping them off. Sorry, I know you can't see what I'm doing, but I need to actually see what I'm doing myself. That is... Where'd it go? There it is. It's peeking through there. Okay, yeah, that's a real fuck up. I may have to do this over off stream. But okay. Rerun. I just realized you look like Moses from South Park. I guess. I mean, Moses from South Park is just a reference to the Master Control program from Tron. Okay, let me do this where you can see it. This is a stream, after all. The problem is, either I can see or you can see. Okay, I'm gonna stick my face in it so I can actually see what I'm doing. Oh god. Where is it now? There it is. What's wrong with my fucking eyes? Let me know what's wrong with them. There we go. Perfection. Okay, we saved it. Beautiful. Beautiful? Yes, beautiful. Okay, we saved it. Man, I'm suddenly feeling nauseous. How much of this lead solder have I inhaled now? That pad is just completely fucked now, and we need that one, right? D10? Yeah. Okay, this may not work. I may have fucked it up, but we're gonna try. We're gonna try. So next, B9 goes to E8. We're gonna E-date at E8, or B8, D8, whatever. B9 is what you do after you B8. B9 goes in here. See, as someone who knew what they were doing would know better than to verify these things before they clip the leads, which makes that repair operation a lot easier. But as I've established, I do not know what I'm doing. It's a little less responsive now, isn't it? We'll work on that. B9 to D8. So I've got B9. No, I've got D8. No, I've got D8. I need to find B9. That's B8. So one there we go. Okay. And these no longer physically interfere with each other. I'm glad they did interfere with each other, because I would not have caught that. And that would have hosed the entire project. I would have had to start over from scratch. Okay, triple checking. It's upside down. Triple checking. We're connecting D8. B9 to D8. D8, B9. Okay, we actually did it right this time. Excellent. And these are the 100 ohms, right? Yeah. 100 ohmers. Focus, you fuck. Okay. It's as good as we're gonna get it, I think. See, people who actually do this regularly have a thing called helping hands. In fact, I own a pair of helping hands. I just don't know where they are. Focus, you fuck. No? Okay. This operation presented in Blurrovision. Heat the pad. Paint the man. Cut the lines. Let's wait for the solder that's there to go silvery. Because that's how you know. Joe Schmo. Did it go silvery? I guess. No, not yet. Maybe I need to tin the tip again. There we go, that looked nice. And did I splash damage an adjacent pad just a little bit? That's the one I don't need, right? D9 is the one I don't need, right? Okay, cool. So you can see I fucked up a little in that D9 is now occupied by a little solder blob, but that's not the end of the world because we don't need that pad. We do need the pad next to it, which is now just completely and utterly fucked. You can see bare PR4. I scratched through the fucking solder resist with my soldering iron, but fuck. So let's do the other end now. Where'd the piece of foam go? Fell on the floor. Come on, piece of foam. Where did you go? I gotta pick it up. There we go. Okay. Good enough? Not great. We'll give it a little more. You want to see it wick up the wire a little bit. And we got just enough to fill the hole without the little extra that you need to actually wick up the wire. There we go. Beautiful. Absolutely gorgeous. Okay, cool. Focus, you fuck. Thank you. Let me clean my tip. Maybe that's part of the problem. Get a little, there, this will make some cool, impressive looking smoke, so. Show you. It's rosin down in the, down this tub here. Focus, you fuck. Focus, you fuck. Thank you. So we get a little in there. Swish it around. Get it nice and clean. Nice and shiny. As you can see. Shiny and chrome. Excellent. Yeah, I guess I gotta buy an actual camera. It'll be helpful if you use the iron to point at what you're talking about. Okay. So this... Well, there we go. This is what I'm talking about. You can't see a goddamn thing. That is bullshit. This fucking camera. Okay. I gotta go and buy an actual fucking DSLR and use that as my desk cam. But nonetheless, it's in there. It's soldered up. Looks like a good joint. Let's get the clippers in there. Well, I may as well save these leads to use as bodge wires. There we go. Okay. Now, we need to connect B11 to D10 via another resistor. Okay. D10. And yeah, D10 is the one that I fucked up. So we'll see if that even takes the resistor now. Okay, D10 goes to... No, wait. D10 goes to B11, which is what you do after you B10. So that's fine. Oh, you know what? I should have pre-bent my leads, but I didn't because I'm retarded. There we go. Okay, it's a little janky. You can see squishing it in there is not exactly a scientific process. Come on. Am I pulling on the wrong thing? Yeah. I fucked that up. Let's try that again. God damn, why are my hands so shaky? I'm getting old. Yeah, that might... Well, no, that's gonna mechanically interfere with the screw terminal, isn't it? So that's never gonna work. Okay, we'll flip it around. Flip it around, flip it around, flip it around now. Okay, I've already forgotten what I was doing. B11 needs to go to D10. D10. I accidentally sent it to B10, not B11, so we need to unfuck it a little. Okay. D10 to B11. Okay. Just kind of jam it onto the board where it needs to be. Okay, there we go. And this one is going to be really hard to do right, so I'm going to do it off camera where I can actually see what the fuck I'm doing. No, because in order to do that, I would need 3 hands, and I have not installed the extra pair of hands yet, so those are waiting on some... Well, actually, the technology to give yourself an extra pair of hands would not actually be that out of pocket these days. The only hard part would be controlling it. Heat up the pad. Apply the soldery. Come on. Am I doing something wrong? No, I just wasn't waiting long enough. Okay, did that go? Kinda. It looks like absolute shit. But that'll kind of fix itself when we create the jump, so I'm just gonna leave it. Okay. Now, this other one has an actual unblemished pad, so it's D11. It's D11? Wait. B10. D10 goes to B11. D10, B11. Okay, cool. For a second, I thought I fucked up again. Team Johnny is fucking up again. Would put extra stress on your heart, wouldn't it? No, it would run on it would run off a battery. You can extract electrical power from blood, but a blood cell generates milliamps when you want like a couple watts. A couple amps. Not a couple amps, like a tenth of an amp. But the point is, it's not nearly enough. Now, if you just want to stuff some electronics in your body, a blood cell can actually do that. It just it converts glucose directly into electrical energy. And electrical potential is the correct term, I think. I don't know, I didn't go to school. I just figured this shit out on my own, which is why I'm so goddamn bad at it. I should have tinned the tip again. Well, I can tin it right now. There we go. Okay, I think I figured this out. There we go. It's a little dry, but it's fine. It'll all fix itself when we do the thing. Okay. Back in the holder so we don't burn ourselves. And then we clip the leads. Okay, the leads went flying. I was going to save them for budge wire. Oh, there's one. Okay. Good enough for the girls I go out with. Okay. This is taking a while. God, that's ugly. All right, don't think about it. Turn your head now, baby, just spit me out. Okay. Man, this thing looks like absolute dog water. Is this going to even work? I'm going to laugh, it actually does. Okay. So we just wired up B11. Now we got to wire up D11 to B13. Why do I have one fewer resistor than I thought I needed? Because there isn't supposed to be a resistor between B9 and D8. Well, there is now. I will ask Claude about that after stream if that fucks anything up, because we're not going to test the thing anyway, because the fucking pigtail isn't. That's why I'm doing this, to learn how to do it right before I just gotta learn. Alright. B13 to D11. Pre-bend. Like so. B13. B13. Wait. Okay, I want to wire up the D side first. D11. Right next to the burnt piece of shit. Was to B. $13. Come on. Stuff it down. Okay. Triple check. D11 to B13. Yes, okay. We found the right hole. Okay, still got to read the book. Yeah, I think we're skipping that. We'll do it tomorrow. Yeah, for this one, I really need to see what I'm doing. I just burnt myself on the soldering iron. No, I didn't. I just cooked myself a little. Okay, let's actually tin the tip. You may as well see the tip tinning. Okay, actually tin the tip this time. That's the secret. That's what you weren't doing. Solder in there. Good enough? Good enough. Okay. This one I can do so you can actually see it. Is it in frame? In frame and overwhelmingly blurry. Retin the tip a little. Okay, we got our technique dialed in. That is gorgeous. There we go. Perfect little solder blob. Okay. Flip the leads. Okay. That one's good. Last one. Ooh, it's floating a little, but that's fine. Okay, I gotta get another resistor because I wasted one on a line that doesn't need it. There we go. Okay, D12 to B15. Okay. So B15 to D12. Oh, yeah, I really did fuck that up. Let me go. D13 to B15. D... What? Did I fuck up again? I did. That was D11. Oh my god. Wait, D11 to B13. D11 to B13. No, no, I did it right. I did it right. Okay. I want D12. I got D13. All right. Move it one over. Easy peasy. Really glad I took the time to make this fancy schematic, because I would absolutely fuck this up otherwise. Come on. Like so. There we go. Okay. Last resistor, everybody. D12 to B15, right? D12, B15. Okay, fuck. No more mistakes. Okay. Make sure the resistor is actually in place. Just pull on a little. No. Stop doing that. Okay, my tip is all crusty, so I'm going to stick it in my tip cleaner jar. This is rosin. Rosin flux. Eats all the carbon and stuff. Okay, tin the tip. There we go. Hey, perfect. First try. It's almost like I know what I'm doing. It's a little dry, but we'll fix it. I'm really embarrassed that my camera setup is so shitty. That's why we're doing this. We're doing this to learn. There we go. That one is absolutely perfect. All right. Yeah, we figured it out. You got to get the blob on there, and then you get it on the pad, and then you add a little more. We did it right, right? D12 to B15, yes. Okay, cool. Oh, so that's the resistors done. Let's hope they actually work. And I guess we should check that E13 isn't fucky. E13. Not connected. Okay, cool. All right. Now, the terminal blocks. That's these fuckers. So the 3 terminal block goes into A7 to A11. Oh no, no! You see that? It ain't going. Motherfucker. That's what I was afraid of. That's why I gave myself that extra room. But it's not enough. Fuck. No. Damn it. You didn't take the time to fucking check if the thing fit? You stupid asshole. God damn it. Okay, we're just gonna have to install it upside down. There's nothing for it. Okay, that's fine. will go on upside down just fine. It's kind of a pain in the ass, but will doing that fuck me over later? I don't think so. God damn it, I didn't account for the size of the goddamn resistors. That is fucking embarrassing. Just really jam it on there, make sure it's nice and straight and looks nice. Okay, so that's mounted. Luckily, these guys kind of just hold themselves in the hole themselves. So now, we just prop this up this way. We can just solder those and go bang, bang, bang down the row. Let me turn this back up, because this is a big part and it's going to need a lot of heat. Okay. Tin the tip. Get the glove on. More glove. There we go. That was too much tin the tip, but yeah, I keep getting globs in the adjacent holes. That's not what I want. There we go. One tip. And a little more. There we go. Perfect. 2 to go. Let's clean our tip. Don't want to be walking around with a dirty tip. Perfect. Perfect. One more. Get the glove on there. Get the glove on the part. Get it nice and hot. There we go. Let's inspect. Beautiful. They're a little toasty. A little bit toasty. There's a little bit of flux. Hope you didn't burn the resistors. No, they're fine. And I mean, like, in electronics, passives like that are good. Like, you could stick the thing in the oven and it wouldn't care. I think. And their tip again. Clean my tip again. Clean? As a whistle. Alright. Triple check that we got the right pins. Well, I can't now because I covered up the legend with the connector. Okay. It should be right. Now, the last step is to bridge those connections so that there's an actual electrical connection. I actually didn't need any of those bodge wires, I just realized. So, that was the bodge wire arc was a total waste of time. It was a filler episode. So this is the sucky part of working with perf board. Is the actual bridging of the connections. Because ordinarily you want to avoid bridging solder but on a perf board, that is actually how you assemble your circuit. Okay, that's one bridge. That's two bridge. Perfect. I know you can't see. Oop, fuck that one up. Okay, let's try that again. Look, that one's good the way it is. No, it's not. Okay, that could use a little more reinforcement. There we go. Two more. Two more, and then we get to do the really hard part. No, fuck that up. Oh, there's schwack on my tip now. Perfect. The more I try to massage it, the worse it gets. Okay, this one's being uncooperative. I gotta do it where I can see. Oh yeah, fucking everything up now. Right in the final stretch. Okay, just eyeball verify. Yeah, that should work. Okay. Looks like the solder could drip down on the integrated circuit. Well, it fucking better not. Because that would be, that would ruin my fucking day. Luckily, no, that has not happened. Alright. So there, you can barely see them, but yep, those are the bridges. Man, why is the camera shitty? There, you can kind of see them. Okay, now, the part that's a massive fucking pain in the ass, and a matter of fact, it's the part that I should have done first, because look. You can see very well, okay. How the fuck am I gonna connect those now? I can't get my soldering iron in there. I should have done that first. Okay, which of those actually have a pin in them? Yeah. A lot of them. Okay, this is the actual really hard part now. Well, okay, first I gotta solder the pins that I'm actually connecting. I'm rushing now and I'm fucking it up. Okay, that's that pin. I've given up any pretense of you being able to see this, sorry. Go. And then... Yeah, it's really difficult to get in there. There we go. Okay, that's the one we're deliberately leaving unconnected. Beautiful. Is that the last one we need to connect? Because I need D7, D8, D10, D11, and D12. So E... Well, I can't see the goddamn numbers now. 6, 7. 7 is left unconnected, which is not right. Good thing I checked, because I did in fact miss one. Okay, yeah, shitty solder job, but it'll work. The pins are connected. Okay, now we gotta bridge them, which is the real fucking nightmare. This may genuinely scratch the whole project. Can I do this? Oh! Am I good or am I good? Almost like I know what I'm doing. Okay, I've adapted my strat for these guys. We're not gonna get the solder in there at all. Ha ha! It's almost like I know what I'm doing. Okay, this is gonna be the hard one. I'm just putting a big blob of solder on the tip directly. I'm not even getting the solder in there. I'm just getting in and I'm getting out. God, that looks like shit. But it is electrically connected. I think. It looks like it is. Oh, did I just fuck up? I'm not sure. I'm not sure if I just fucked up. No, I did not. No, I did not fuck up, in fact. Okay, last one. I'm sorry you can't see this, but it needs to be... I need to actually see what I'm doing. Come on, Dolly. You can do it. No, a little more. Did that go? Yeah. Okay. Just visually verify. Now, do I want to get like over ambitious here and try and fix things that don't need to be fixed? That should be good enough. It doesn't need to be pretty, it just needs to be electrically connected. Need to be over 18 to look at this circuit. Yeah. Do you see it? You really can't, but yeah, those are blobbed together. Okay, holy fuck. Oh. My fucking hands are shaking so much. What is wrong with me? Nonetheless, I think we did it. Okay, now we shut the sodomy station down, and we get our multimeter. You want to see the most valuable object I own, like besides my car? Come on, zoom out. Zoom out, you bitch. There we go. It's a motherfucking fluke multimeter. I picked this thing up used on eBay for like $50. It costs a couple grand new. In fact, it came with, it was this meter, this 73 type 3 or whatever, and a non-contact for like a ridiculously small amount of money. I guess some guy was selling him who didn't know what he had. All right. Oh, I probably should have followed the actual soldering instructions that he gave me. Oh well. Okay, no bridges E70, E8. So let's put this sucker into continuity mode. And I think I've had issues with continuity mode because it's actually too sensitive. Like, it'll tell you there's a bridge when there isn't, so yeah, we'll put it into ohms mode. Let me let you see what I'm doing. So there should be like a million ohms between each of these contacts. If there's not, then we fucked up and we have to start over. That's 1.7 million. No connection. No connection, no connection. Okay, there shouldn't be no connection at all, so that does imply we fucked something up. Okay. Now you can't, I'm poking each one to where it should go. Section 8 tests. What? Section 8, what am I on? Government housing? Okay. So E8 to D9. Should have continuity. only like 100 ohms. Yeah, 100 ohms, because there's a 100 ohm resistor, right. That makes sense. Okay, these guys should go together. Let me try and do it where you can see it. 100 ohms. 100 ohms. Millions of ohms. Uh-oh. 100 ohms. And 100 ohms. Fuck yeah, we fucking did it! That is fucking verified. Okay. Holy shit. Okay. Yeah, that's all for today. We actually assembled the fucking circuit correctly. I am shocked that that worked first try. Alright. I feel like shit, and my head is spinning, and I am going to go away now. Sorry about the lack of book. Let me give you a little teaser for the book at least. Screen capture, open selector. Matthew Rose's A World with After Liberalism, Philosophers of the Radical Right. For Carolyn, this page intentionally left blank. Let's see. What comes after liberalism? We know what came before it: oppression, ignorance, violence, and superstition. The myth of our political origins is the story of how we learn to build societies on the values of freedom and equality, rather than the accidents of birth and the cruelties of power. Yeah, sure. I mean, accidents of birth, no. Cruelties of power, It celebrates our liberation from coercive authority and the growing awareness of our autonomy. The power of this myth, and even our sincere belief in it, has never stopped us from questioning it. Our culture is filled with stories that imagine a heroic world before the comforts and mediocrity of our own. They imagine the courage and gallantry that it inspired, and prompt us to wonder what has been lost in exchanging its noble codes for greater security. But whether their characters wear swords or Stetsons, these stories tell us that their world will never be, and can never be, ours again. It might have inspired braver men and greater deeds, but there is no going back. The frontier is closed. To ask what came before liberalism is to leave our world safely intact. To ask what comes after liberalism, however, is to threaten it. It is to ponder what is supposed to be unthinkable, and to anticipate what is supposed to be impossible. It is to assume, if only for a disorienting moment, that the direction of history is fundamentally different from what we, that's just you, have long believed. I mean, I believed it when I was younger, too. It is to contemplate the shattering possibility that we have been wrong about what human beings are and what they will become. It is not, to be sure, that we ever assumed the work of politics was concluded. Yes, that is in fact exactly what you assumed, actually. If anything, liberalism roused us from complacency, inspiring us to find injustices still hidden, and imagined, and victims still unrecognized, and useful. It told us that people should be free to choose their own paths in life, sure, and that government ought to protect the exercise of this freedom, great. But while carrying out its commission, even amid sharp disagreements, we took its future for granted. Yeah, you sure did. We assumed history would celebrate the rightness of its values and the sanctity of its causes. Why did you assume that? The idea that the future might judge it critically was inconceivable, or at least it once was. We are living in a post-liberal moment. Post-liberal moment? A post-liberal moment. After 3 decades of dominance, liberalism is losing its hold on Western minds. Its most serious challenge does not come from regimes in China, Russia, or Central Europe, whose leaders declare the liberal epoch is at an end. It comes from within Western democracies themselves, where intelligent critics and not just angry populists are expressing doubts about its most basic norms. Critiques of liberalism are as old as liberalism itself, of course, and its ideas have never gone unchallenged. For centuries, philosophers have questioned it from all sides. They have blamed it for increasing inequality and exploitation, and for corrupting culture and religion. They have been especially skeptical of its vision of human beings as rights-bearing individuals who are defined by their ability to choose. Rights-bearing individuals, yes. Defined by their ability to choose? But if our moment is not novel in every respect, it is jarringly new to some of us who haven't been paying attention. The idea that human equality, minority rights, religious toleration, or cultural pluralism might be rejected out of principle and not blind prejudice is bewildering to many. They are ideas associated with antiquated books and defeated causes, by propaganda, with people living in the past, not looking towards the future. You ever heard of Warhammer 40k? A new conservatism, unlike any in recent memory, is coming into view. Ideas once thought taboo are being reconsidered. Authors once banished are being rehabilitated. Debates once closed are reopening. Okay, that's all I can afford to read, but yeah, this is a good book, despite, you know, the guy's an academic. He feels the need to hem and haw, but he did actually read these books. So I want to read those books. I don't really have time to, so I'm going to read this guy's summary of them instead. But that will have to happen tomorrow. For now, let's look for someone to raid. Let's go back to Twitch. And what do we got? We got Kirsha. We can just go to Kirsha. Also on YouTube. Let me set up YouTube first, because it's the larger pain in the fucking ass. Boop-doo. Customization. Redirect. Kirsha. Come on. Come on. Kirsha. Unless she turned off permissions. Wow, she doesn't even show up. That's remarkable. What if I type in the actual name of the stream on YouTube? Yeah, for some reason they really don't want people watching her. Okay. Vitamins and Dayquil. No, I do not have permission. Fuck. Okay, who do I have permission? Monomane, sure. Is that even happening? No, that's happening in March. So no, not that one. That's in June. This is July. What the fuck? Okay, no raid. Whatever. You know what? Okay. Wow, this shit just doesn't fucking work. Amazing. Okay, I'll just go fuck myself. No redirect on fucking YouTube. But for the folks on YouTube, I would appreciate if you went ahead and hit the subscribe button so that you can have my shit pop up in your feed the next time I do something stupid like this. And for the folks on Twitch, we're going to be raiding into Kirsha. Raid Kirsha. Not rare. Raid Kirsha. Great stream? Yep. It was good to have you here. Have fun with Miss Kirsha. And I will see you all next time.